this fucking music. Damn it. So we are testing a bit of a thing, and I don't exactly know if it works, and I don't know how the sound is working today. But it seems to be okay. It seems to be okay. The music might be a bit loud, but yeah. So I'm retesting using the Wavelink software directly, rather than having the entirety of the sound elements being injected into OBS directly, even though that's a bit of a better overall option. Still testing that. So, in order for me to test that out, I guess we need to spam the Discord. And I haven't defined message yet. Also, true, my, how can I say that, noise suppression thingy is kind of broken, so that's pissing me off. And I don't know if you can hear the wind. Oops, I forgot the K. That won't work. So let's see. Let's see. A lot of people are live currently, which I think is going to. Tengora, hi, welcome on in. I'm fine for now. That's good. I just hope we don't have the same issues last time with voice and crackling and music and all that thing. But nonetheless, how are you? How was your day? How are your day going? How is your day going? How are you? That's my main question. Always. Also, I think I have a bit of a cucumber stuck between my teeth. I need to check that out. I need a... What? Oh, it's lunch for you. Okay. I've known better days, but that's because it is hot for me. Like it's too much. I can't. These temperatures on my side, which are very how can I say that? Very low in comparison to other places, but it's still fucking hot. Really angry hedgehog. Hi, welcome on in. You said somebody once said to Wandering Hedgehog, I'm gonna switch up the blood prices every day. Today is 100 after raising it from 25 to 100, but since then it has been 100 every single day. I am awaiting my sentence of absolute ear destruction. I guess that's what I will call it. And I'm sorry for anyone else who is watching. I'm sensing a lot of speaker screech. But welcome on in. Welcome on in. I hope you're good. I hope accept the prices that didn't go up, which you are part of the people who are asking for price update or price changes on the upside, which makes not a lot of sense. But I get it. I mean, I get it. You're saying that the Hedgehog decided, though, to give the streamer one last chance to make it right. What is making it right? What's your I don't even know if that's really true. Want me to do that? I can do that. So you want me to put the blurb prices to 1k. I get it. I get it. I can do that. We can do that. Have a good lunch, Angora. Have a good lunch. What's the max price? I mean, you know what? If I put the blurb at 10k, you get your badges in 2 sounds. One thing that I don't understand is, like, can I play? I mean, what happens if I play things? Is it me paying? Is it not paying? Am I paying? I don't fucking know. I'm fucking hot. That's what's happening. It's too hot for me. Let me see. If I click here, and if I do that,
stop everything! Chris, get the banana! Get the banana, Chris! The banana! Chris, get it! Get it! The banana! Get the banana!
it says that I've used 100 bits, but I don't know if I really used 100 bits or not. So that's weird. I don't really know how many bits I got on the side, so I can't really check. I don't know. 4693. Right, so if I do that,
true, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I mean, that's true.
I don't know. You see, you would have to make every yawn count. Oh, if I put it to 10k, yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean, I don't know. I think a fair price of 100 bits being 10 cents is okay, but also 5 cents is okay. I don't, I don't know. So prices are currently at 50 bits. 100 bits is €1. I thought it was 10 cents. Oh no, 1 bits is 1 cent. That's true. That's true. So 50 bits is like 50 cent. That's nice. We can play with that. We can play with that. And you are talking in euros, so I guess You are in Eurozone. Mohammed, hi. How are you? We're still figuring out things. I did change it. I changed the price. I just did it twice. Went from 100 to 150 to 50. I mean, yeah.
You know what? I have an idea.
Jerk off party?
No.
Let's do this.
No.
I like where this is going.
Okay, put it away.
I'm pretty good. I'm just tired. I'm Scott. Hi. I am sweating. It's not the greatest feel of all times. Yeah. What do you mean no? No, as in you don't want to see my face? That's fine. That's fine. We can stay here. We can stay here the whole stream, and I move from here to here, and then I come back there, and we chat. That's fine. That's fine. But no, it's fucking hot here. It is. It's cold as ham. It doesn't. I mean, damn it. It's an improvement, you think? Well, I get it. I get it. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. No, it's 28 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know how much in Fahrenheit, but 82 Fahrenheit. So it's hot for me. That's too hot for me. I mean, 69 is my limit. So yeah, Aiden, hi. Welcome on in. Oh yeah, I needed to check that. 1 second.
Don't pee on the floor, use the Commodore. La 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 la.
I like this one. I like this one. So I need to check current song, which of course probably doesn't work. However, would that be an option? That could be an option. You want, Mohammed? Okay. I mean, go ahead. As many as you need to. No, Scott, I think it's a bit more than that. If you click on that specific emote, you will understand how many they had in a specific channel, which is not here, to get that fucking emote, which is pretty neat. Kane, hi, welcome on in. I'm guessing. No, so the fox are working, but
It's puzzle time!
thank you. What do you mean? It let you. Let's start with some twos. Good, thank you. I appreciate that. With the thing that I ate. I see. I should get rid of these. Yeah, I'm better than before, to be honest. I am better than before. Where you at? I'm looking for a specific. No.
The whole beach was
I'm
completely
done.
covered in dicks, and somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Who knows why madmen do what they do?
That is true. I agree. Blurb is fine. Blurb is fine. So we are on round camera, and I said song. That's the thing that I needed. So. Oh no! Please don't break. We have an issue right there. I don't know. I don't know if it will recover, but if it doesn't, we might have no alerts, which I don't like. I don't like to force kill this one, so finger crossed it recovers. Oh, I hate it. That was on my side. Let's hope. Please, please, don't be broken. Please, please. It's still to be fine. It seems to be fine. Okay, good. I got a thing. It works. It doesn't. Interesting. Aiden, that's pretty cool. If they let you stream, that's a good thing. And then Mohammed, you said you have been studying design system lately, and there is something called DP that is challenging to understand. Not exactly, but I can explain if you need to. And I guess you kind of said yes when you say if you can help. Yes. So a DP is usually used in material design things. Usually, that doesn't mean it is every time, but most of the time that I've encountered this, it has been linked to material design. Let me see if I do that and I save. Do now you have this. So DP is the value that Android and material design is using as a unit. So you can think about 1 DP to be close to 1 point or 1 EM if you have these variable units in mind, right? So when I'm looking at things on Google, the DP is, or what they say at least, DP is equal to 1 physical pixel on screen. So it seems, right? It seems that they are using DP as 1 pixel on screen. Really angry hedgehog, yes, kinda. I mean, we will do a bit of illustration later, but I don't really know if that's your interest. So it differs from pixels because we have high density pixel. We have high density pixel screens, and so, for example, an iPhone screen is 2x or Retina display or whatever they are calling it. 1 pixel is cut into 4, right? For the basic Retina, and then for the other one is like cut into like 9, I guess.
Kane.
Good choice. Very good choice. So yeah, the use case is I mean, basically it's kind of like EM, right? So if you are using or creating fonts using REM or EM, thank you for that. You have viable values that can be changed across everything. And so with DP, meaning that it's just 1 pixel, you know that if you have a high density screen where one regular 72p screen,
give me them toes, boy,
is divided by like a lot, you then have the ability to know that your base DP is divided or more, right? So that made a bit of no sense. I agree. If you it is difficult to understand. What am I doing? Mind explosion. Hi, welcome on in. It's going okay. I'm too hot. If I could, which I might do at some point, I will probably just turn on the AC and hope for the best. It is like an adaptable pixel, yes. That's a good way to say it. I kind of agree there. No. Sorry. Okay. I guess mic is a tad bit better here. I just need to check it out. Just give me a second. I'm still black. I know. I mean, I'm still black. It's still black out here. And this one, if I disable it. Okay. And if I re-enable it. It seems to work. Okay, so I'll see if I can leave with that, but I need the AC. You tell me if you can hear the thing. I hope not. It seems fine. It seems fine. That's good. I'm fine with it. So yeah, the DP. I mean, I'm not using DP most of the time because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me in the way that it's set up and the way that I'm set up in all the things that I'm doing. So I'd say don't think about it too much. Think about them DPs as a unit. Basically, it's just a viable unit of pixel density, and you can easily just swap it in your head with with pixels. It's basically the same thing. Did I do that the wrong way? I may have. No, it's good. Like, this is what they are telling you, right? And I can't really say much more than that because I don't. I mean, I know them, but I don't use them. So, like, they say 1 DP is based relatively on a 160 DPI screen, meaning that, if I remember correctly, the iPhone is a 460 DPI screen. So, and then my Android phone is a 450. So you need to have like the math in your head. You can't really use them in Figma, or as far as I know, you can't really use them in Figma. Because you are in units. So the thing that I kind of like now in the new interface, even though it's not exactly new, the units on the top right are not in pixels. Like I can type % and it will take 16% off the size at which it was before. Sorry, AC is doing a bit of noise. But I can't really say 72 dp. It doesn't really give me anything, and I can't even do like 2 EM or 2 REM because my values are not set. And so, because the DP are based on a specific physical unit, depending on the screen that you have, the physical unit is not the same. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but I mean, I know in my head it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I don't. Yeah, I mean, point is better, but also, yeah, I have no clue. I don't think I can help more than that. It's just, it's a unit of measurement that is based on something physical, and the something physical is set in or on or based on something that is outdated or has been outdated for the longest time. So I don't really recommend you to like follow it or learn about it, because it shouldn't be used. It's like, makes not a lot of sense to me to use something that is deprecated as such. 160 DPI would be Like this is a 160 by 160 pixel square, and so in order to make it like, okay, so from what I understand, 1 dp is based on the size of 1 pixel, and it's based on the size of 1 pixel based on a 160 dpi display. So here I have a 160 by 160 square in pixel form, so of course I can resize it and everything, but right now any unit inside is relatively to its size, it is equal to 1 dp, meaning that if my square were to double its size and go to 320, my 1 dp would now take 4 pixels, or like 4 pixels but 2 by 2, because it's like doubled. So the value of 1 dp depends on the size or the pixel density of your screen, or of the screen that you are watching or designing for, which in my head makes no sense to take into consideration, because you will have 100% of the time screen A and screen B will have different DPI. And so thinking about them as DP, you will have issues in the long run, rather than thinking about them as pixels and then letting the system, or if it was better, points, like letting the system then interact with the sizes if possible. But most things and like most use case, if you have like a damn it, that's not the thing I wanted. If you have like a screen, let's say a 13 mini right here, and you want something inside of it, it's better to give it, I don't know, like a bit of spacing. And currently it is set to 1x, right? The pixel density of designing is always 1x. We could double it, but it makes no sense. And yeah, I mean, it's basically the same thing. It just means that you need to understand that you are required to design on a 160 dpi screen in order to get your DP equal to your pixel. That was a long ass explanation. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, do we have DP? We might have some stuff in here. That is new. That's new. So let's say I want the 3GS was a 163 PPI, which is almost true, but like, yeah. So the iPhone 3GS was 320 by 480. So that's 320 by 480, and that's almost equal to the 160 DPI. Like it's 163 PPI, but it's very similar. the difference between PPI and DPI. PPI is pixel per inch. DPI is dot per inch. Dot is a value that is more associated with print rather than digital. And pixel PPI is like very close, but not exactly the same, but very close. So 163 is okay. But what I want to say is, on this list, in screen sizes which have a good reference or amount of reference, the only one that is close to 160 DPI PPI is the iPhone 3GS, which came out in 2009, I think. Maybe 10, but still, it's like almost for sure 10 years ago, and so we don't have screens that are in 160 DPI anymore. So I don't see the point of working with these values. If that makes sense, I don't know. I don't really know if that's makes sense. Sonera, hi. Welcome on in. How are you? How is your day going? I am shiny for some reason. Or I feel shiny on these things. I mean, if I'm looking here, I'm shiny. If I'm looking here, I'm less shiny. Still shiny? I don't know. How was your day? How was you? Yes, how was your day? I'm tired. I'm tired already. That's no good. No good. Your internet died when I did the entire explanation? Really? Okay, I can do it again. It's fine. So when did it die? I did too much today. Yeah, I had a lot of things. No. I need to tell you. I mean, you're here now. Tell me where did it die? I can just. It's now that I've formulated everything, it will be very easy. So what I can tell you is the DPI is the dot per inch for the density of dot per inch on a print elements, and a PPI, pixel per inch, is the amount of pixel per inch, physical inch. And so what I said is your DP is based on screens that haven't been around since the iPhone 3GS, which is at least 10 years old, if not more. And I'm not recommending you to follow rules that are based on things that are not up to date. So currently, the best way to use, let's say you have an iOS thingy and you're looking for, I don't know, 13, is it somewhere? It's not here. A 12 Pro, which is what I have. The PPI is 460, which is 3.5 times your base in DP, which makes no sense. So I really recommend you to just scrap DP from your brain and use either physical pixel sizes or use variable sizes in points, PT, but nonetheless, everything that you will have to design into Figma will be in pixel. So it's part of the thing that I'm like, it's no use for us to think about interpolation and reorganization of your design based on things that are taken care of on the device itself, and you don't need to think about it. So just to understand them, just know that the DP are based on the physical, the size of a physical pixel on a 160 DPI screen. And remember that a 160 DPI screen hasn't been used in a phone since 2010. I guess that's everything you need to know, right? You don't want to have things that are based on 10, 12 years old. Things. To me, it makes no sense.
Hello.
Hi, Alex Code, I believe. Is it? Didn't pop on my... Yeah, I mean, scrap it. It's no use. It's no use. Like, thinking about that, thinking and using display sizes that are not existent or used makes no sense to me. Like, the minimum that we've seen is 260, which is 100 pixel per inch more than the value that is taken as a base. So I'm like, your system of counting and organizing your sizes for everything is flawed already, because it can't be applied to anything unless you have like a big ass display that has like big ass pixels, like stadium displays that may have like a 1-inch pixel, right? That's sometimes that happens. So you have a 1 ppi, a 1 pixel per inch display, but that doesn't happen often. But that happened. Like how fat is 1 inch? Yeah, 1 inch happens on big display, like for commercials and ads and all that. But other than that, if you're designing for a phone, for a screen, for like a monitor or anything, you probably usually don't have to work on that or think about it. So yeah, scrap it. It was a long ass answer just to say scrap it. Yeah, no, I mean it's outdated. Yeah, I can't tell you more than that. It's just fucking outdated. And yeah, nah. Oops, sorry. Okay, that seems okay. Just checking the levels for the music. So, today, in the title of today's stream, I said, is it the comeback? You're welcome. Is it the comeback of the Assignment Tuesday? And I don't know. A lot of people have been asking for the comeback of Assignment Tuesday, and so I'm like, you know what? That could be a thing. that could be interesting. We could use some of the new features of Figma to create like some interactions and tiny animations that may be interesting, but also I have no fucking idea of what could be interesting to recreate. And if we are to use the new features and everything, making it easy is not fun. Like, I don't know, I like this. I know it's made in 3D, but I like this a lot. And as always, for anyone who doesn't know, Assignment Tuesday, I don't think that... Yeah, that's the oldest one, but Assignment Tuesday is usually, or was a tiny series that I did where we recreate something that we find interesting in Dribbble, and we recreate it in our design tool of choice. So usually I'm doing it in Figma. If you are doing it in like Photoshop, you can do the same thing, it's fine, but I really recommend you to do it with your design tool of choice, because you will learn a lot by just using the tool in a very different way. And so as a reference of the thing that we did, this is one of the past assignment. I guess this one might be the one that is linked in that message. We did this one as well, which was a bit unfinished. It was a bit too hard to do, so we scrapped it. And then this one, which is pretty interesting. And yes, the left one is a picture, the right one is recreated in Figma every time. So you can come in and modify the colors, the reflection, the sizes, whatever you want to do. So this one is just the basic one, and then we have like another file with most of the previous ones. And so you have this magnificent player. I mean, you have a ton of different things, right? This one, it's the only one that we did that is reversed, where the right one is the picture and the left one is not the picture. So yeah, Assignment Tuesday has been a pretty successful-ish series, and the goal is always to try to master and push yourself into the limits of what you are capable, I don't know, able to do inside of your design tool. So right now I'm looking at illustration, which is not exactly things that we look at usually, but I like to play with icons because icons are pretty interesting. Lately there is a lot of 3D icons that looks interesting and are a bit challenging to recreate inside of Figma, like things like this one. I mean, this one we had seen. I mean, this is fucking easy. I also don't want to make it too easy, Kane, right? We haven't done it for a long time, and I'd say if we go back with something a bit more challenging than just going with easy, I don't know. But yeah, illustration like this, for example, is pretty interesting and difficult to master. Everything with transparency or a bit of 3D in it will require you to think in a different way, which is always good. And I'm looking for a specific one that I think I liked, but it's somewhere. So for now I have this. This is pretty easy to do in Figma, even though it looks 3D. It has been done in 3D for sure. It is like a pretty simple overall recreation. However, animating it might be a tad bit complicated. But can happen. But yeah, this is pretty easy. This is very easy, and we already had something like this, so I think I will just grab that. This is the same thing, but I like this one. It's a good looking one. I mean, we can do something illustrative now if you find something illustrative that you found interesting or think is good and challenging. I tend to like something like this, for example. That could work. I'm always looking at the profile of the people who do these types of things. They usually have other similar or non-similar like illustration style that they did before, all that. So going back down or before give you, from time to time, give you like a bit of interesting thing. I like this one, for example. It's a good looking thing. It's made by Olivian as well, who has like a lot of illustration style logos with a lot of gradients, which is not something that I recommend, but it seems to be successful for them, so that's fine. And we did. This is too flat. This would be a bit too simple. And also there are things that we can't do in Figma. Not a lot, but there are things that we can't really do easily. Let's add easily. There are things that you can't do easily in Figma, which, right, makes a bit of sense, but... And there are tools that you wish you had in Figma that compared to like Illustrator or something like this. I don't know, I like this one, but this is very simple. You don't want perspectives? Perspective is easy. Like we talked about it before. Like let's say you have this, right? This is your base. Oh no, you can do things in perspective as long as you understand how perspective works. But yeah, so let's say you have this, right, and you wanted to recreate this rectangle shape on the wall. The only thing that you need to do to recreate the perspective is just link the points or create your dots and then feel the shape. Like that's about it. And then you just have to revert it and do the same thing for the other one. So this one is starting here and it's a straight down until it's not a straight down, it's almost a straight down until here. And it goes there, goes back up, it's linked to the point that is there and here. And then you have that, you know that it is like a gradient, so you can just use that as a linear gradient. You take this color here to this color here, Shift X so that you swap your sides, and then one last block which will start here, go there, go almost straight down to this point right here to be linked, and then go back to its main point. And it's the same thing, it's a linear, and I agree this is very dirty in terms of the work itself. But you then have this linked to it, right? It's not colored properly or anything. But it's pretty easy. So that's why I'm saying like these ones are very simple, and then you just have to create the shadows, which as well are just like shapes. I don't know. I don't know if I trust this one as a difficult thing. This one is okay as well. It's a very simple base. Yeah. So as you can see, there is a lot of noise in all of these illustrations, and this is made by the export, of course, but it's also made with the tool that they are using. And so in Figma, you can't really have noise unless you use a plugin. So that's no good. That's more difficult to do. This is the same thing, right? This is very simple shapes. I'm saying very simple shapes, but it is very simple shapes. Like this, but my main thing is I don't feel like we haven't done everything already. So redoing something that we already did before, I'm a bit not happy with it, if that makes sense. This person, I know that they have really interesting illustrations. This one is very cute. Like the thing that we did, I think I need to go over the thing that we did because it may help to make things make sense, right? So we have this, which are very similar in terms of type. They are just knobs and like faders, all these things like toggles, right? But then we have this one that we did, which is glass morphism on top of shapes. So it's basically the weather one. It's very similar. We have this one, which is an illustrative, not illustrative type, and it combined a bit of neomorphism with the not dome, but like shape, overall shape. We had this one, which is very illustrative. Some people in the Discord decided to do it animated, which was pretty cool. We had this animation, which was like challenging, but not impossible. We had this one where, I mean, basically the basic shape is a very simple geometric overall design, 3D design, but then we moved it to creating a bit of an animation with like highlight and halos and lights here and there. So that was like a bit of a challenge, but very easy. This is a very simple 3D shapes, peeling stickers. So this one is the duplicate, this one is the original. The man illustration was pretty cool, yes, I agree. We had this one, which was as well very interesting in terms of the thing that we did. We added a bit of animation here and there. Same thing here. Like, you see all the things that we have done already are like close to a lot of things. And so if I'm looking here and I'm seeing something Like, this is very simple. I don't think that will take us more than 15 minutes to create. Even 15 minutes is a long time. So I don't see challenges. And that's no good. I know, like, as I said, this person has these types of illustration that we haven't played with ever. But still, they are very simple shape. They are sadly not available. It was at a time where I didn't save the VODs, so they disappeared. But they have been done. But yeah, something like this, for example, could be interesting here. Kane, if you have an ID, please feel free to do so. Share your ID. I think there are some. I was about to go to the studio, but the studio is like disabled right there. What's my logged in profile? That's not the right one. So on the VOD channel, you may find Assignment Tuesday. We have seven streams of the assignment, which this one is the keycaps. We have this one, which is the 3D things. So yeah, you have 7 of them that may be available. I was different. But yeah, this one was the animation. So if this is the animation, this is the oldest one that we have, that means, yeah, this one was the one before, the week before, and we didn't have it. So I'm sorry, it's the only one that we don't have. And Kane, you sent a shot. Bruh. You said something, make it easy. This is the, I mean. If you're not doing it, then don't say that. No, the one that I've seen lately, I shared it with everyone some time ago, which is this one. I was thinking about this one because it has a bit of a challenging thing behind it. So I guess because I thought about it and I said that could be next assignment, right? I guess we can do that. That's a pretty simple one to get back into what? Into motion. I guess that's the thing. My hair, I don't like my hair today. Right? That's that purple thing right there, no good. So let's update the chatbot. That's interesting as well. That's a bit more complicated because of the distortion of the highlight, but it's pretty interesting. I don't think it would be feasible on Figma easily. I mean, let me correct that. It is feasible, but you will have to do a lot of layers in order to achieve this. But it's pretty cool. I like it. I like that. Did I just click on something? No, I didn't. Okay, so assignment assignment. Where are you? Here. That means right there.
ADHD designer raided my stream with 35 viewers.
Well, come on in, Shannon.
Squishy_Fox is now following.
Squish Fox, Red Wagon, which triggered the alerts in a weird way. Well, come on in. Thanks a lot for this, for the sub.
Red Wagon is now following.
Follow. Damn it. I'm not used to it. I don't receive enough raid.
Cakebite is now following.
1 second. Give me a second and a half. Goose Town. Otone. Well, come on in. Thanks a lot for the follow.
Goose Town is now following.
Oh, and Cakebite as well. Thanks a lot for the follow. We have a bit of an issue with sounds today, so I'm sorry about that. But we are... Not we. I'm AOA. I'm the helping designer of Twitch, so if you have any design question, feel free to ask them. I will do my best to help. Today is Tuesday, which means we are coming back with Assignment Tuesday. Assignment Tuesday is a tiny series that I create where we find something that we think is a bit challenging to create design-wise, and we try our best to recreate them inside of our design tools. So I'm using Figma. If you want to join, you can use whichever tool that you want. This is this week or this Tuesday thing, and other than that, other than design stuff, I do a lot of OBS weird shit, like the thing that you're seeing right now, right? The transition, the alerts, all that thing. So if you are a streamer or an aspiring streamer, you can also use the Clean Slate project, which I just release, which is a free, not free, which is a clean, not free, but almost free. It's like $2. Clean install of OBS with scene, transition, plugins, and scripts already loaded in, and so you don't have anything else than click a script in the beginning and switch your sources to make sure that everything is working, and you just get access to a cute, simple, very easy, fun design thingy. But yeah, it's kind of free, like $2, and if you're a part of the Discord, you can get 50% discount. And if you're a sub, you can get it for free. But yeah, so currently things like this, right? The alert. Also, thanks a lot for follow. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get 69 per day, which is difficult but achievable. Difficult but achievable. So yeah, the transition between the raid page and here is not exactly the best representation of how things transitions here, right? We have so many weird ass transitions that happens from side A to side B. Purchased. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. It's $2. Muhammad, yes. That's interesting. I've seen their flowers. I have seen their flowers before. Specifically these ones. But recreating that in Figma, I mean, they are on brand with my hair today, right? I like that. But that's, yeah. No, it's not. It's not 5. It's 2. It should have been free, but it's Gumroad doesn't let me make it free. I'm sorry. I wanted to give it for free, but Gumroad said no. So, well, it's 2. You are very much an aspiring streamer, yes. With almost 3k followers. I guess you're very close to 3k now. Even though, as you said earlier, it's mainly bots. The last K is mainly bots, but yeah. Thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, 400 of them are bots. I'm still trying to reach 1k. That's why we have the 69 per day thingy. Oh, that could be very... Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty easy thing to recreate in Figma as well, right? Red Wagon, now are you telling me that you are a bot, even though you said hi earlier? Yeah, this is pretty clean and very easy to recreate. The bloom would be a bit challenging to get in Figma, but not unachievable. As a reference, so this is the one for today, right? So this is our source, and we just race over this and do things. And right, so far so good, pretty simple. What the fuck was I about to say? Yeah. You passed. I didn't. I'm still a bot. I am still a fucking bot. Yeah, as some references that I need to put in here. For anyone who is doubting Figma's ability to do weird shit, this is one of the illustrations that I did in Figma. And yes, this is entirely Figma based thing. So you can change anything if you wanted to. And so it's just lines and shapes, right? And it's colored lines and shapes. And so if you know Figma, you get a lot of information and a lot of like fields and radius and things inside of each layer that give you this result, which I guess are pretty cool. So today's this one. From what I'm seeing so far, sorry for a bit of a flashbang, we have a bit of a texture in the speaker inside. There is a lip right there that wasn't really visible, but and then one thing that I can see is each slits, right, has a bit of a bevel here and here, and the top one has a tiny amount of shadow, not exactly, but tiny amount, and then the bottom has like a tiny amount of highlight. So we could apply the slits as a mask on top of this outer shape, and then like boolean them out, and then do this thing behind it. That might maybe a good idea. It seems to be pretty clean when it comes to placement.
Shit! Do not go in there. Woo!
All right. I would say welcome back. I would say welcome back. So I guess that's the amount. Yeah, that's the amount. Thank you for the 50 bits. So this one is okay, but this one seems smaller, so I'm guessing this might be better if I make it smaller and a bit down. Maybe? Still thinking though. I just put you to sleep. Good. Oh, they are absolutely uneven. Okay. So it's like 25, 24, 25, 24, 25, 24. That's interesting.
It's so powerful it can turn off the sun, but then it gets too cold, so it makes another sun. Double sun power!
We appreciate Terry Crews in here for sure, so I appreciate you using this one. This one is 25, this one is 24, this one is 25. Okay, good. So we got the bag, not really, but kinda. That was close. That was close. I'm good from time to time. Sorry, a bit of ego boost is always good. You know that. Damn. Yep. This one is a time where I'm okay. And not on this one though. Yep. So right now what we're doing is just creating the slits, making sure that they are about the right size. Right, that's the goal. And then we will create the outer shape of this speaker fan thingy and extrude all of these out of it. So you, oh yeah, fuck. If I don't show you my keystrokes, you can't see the keystrokes, right? That's makes a lot of sense. So I'm using Alt or Option to widen them on both sides at the same time. That's okay. And then we have a radius that is about here, so 172, but also it seems to be a square based. So let's square this a tad. Just, I guess it's a square core at probably 60% then. Yeah. Okay, so it's a 172 square core with, I think we're good. So that's our BG, and then the entirety of these are slits. And so our slits, we could just merge them with the boolean right here, and then place them above and subtract. Damn it, sorry. Convert that. Now subtract. Okay, so now we have this shape, which is the grill that goes on top of everything. So it's placed properly. What I will do is I will lock it and hide it so that I can't touch or move it around or do whatever. And then we need to do our speaker, which should I do an oval rectangle? I guess a rectangle might be better. So I'm thinking rectangle might be better because I don't exactly know why. You know what? That's true. I guess a circle would have been good as well. It's just I'm used to it. I don't know. So duplicating it and then extrapolating it and growing it a bit. My explosion, yes, exactly. What did they say, Scott? Was it interesting? But that is our... I guess that's the fabric. That is... like... Oh, sorry, you just had a Zoom meeting to discuss about the junior or UX role that you could take. Yeah. What do you think? How do you feel? Is it interesting? Is it not interesting? Do you think it would be neat? More than one designer on a team of 11 is pretty good. Yeah, I agree. Salary is okay. Yeah, of course. On these types of roles, you will always be referenced to be doing more than just one thing. But the salary of 58 to 64 is pretty, for a junior, is pretty cool. Not that good, but it's pretty cool. I mean, depend on where you live and all that, but right. And then the responsibilities are okay. Like, I hate responsibilities in designer roles because most of them are just like, be a good designer, please, and that would be enough. But yeah, they're just listing the qualities of a good designer, so that's pretty cool. And then like knowledge and skills, you can't see shit right now. The fuck are you? Sorry. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, knowledge and abilities are okay. I mean, yes, so you will get burnt out a bit, but you will also get a lot of experience. I mean, a lot of knowledge in a short amount of time. So you're... That's a very different thing. It's a different discussion. The first startup burnout is a good one. I don't like to say that, but it is a good one. It is linked to your skills being challenged so much that you evolve much faster than a traditional career path. So if you think you can't take it, don't do that. That's fine. But if you think you can, I really recommend a startup job or an agency job. I usually recommend agency jobs because they are a bit better, because you get a lot more experience with diversity of projects, but if a startup is an option, go with a startup. My usual career path that I'm recommending is like agency, startup. Like that's in the beginning at least. And then when you have everything, like you've seen how fast you need to learn things in an agency, you move to another one that is a bit bigger maybe, or smaller depending on what you like or what you think you like, and then move to a startup to see if you like small teams, high impact, a lot of things to do, and then move to something different. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as the coming in for 45 minutes is not coming in and trying to fix one of their issue, I think that's good. Yeah, that's easy. And I mean, something that I will say, having the AC cut is pretty cool. Sorry if I was shouting. So yeah, something that I will always say is I'm here, and most design streamers are here and kind of available. And so if you really want to, you really have the ability to just send us a text or come in stream and have me or Shannon or whichever that you are watching do a bit of a review of something or thing like this. I know you also have like a mentor thingy, so if you need whatever, we're here. Don't worry about it. So yeah, if you think like, I don't know, you feel confident enough and you know yourself, I guess the burnout situation is a no situation, right? So it's basically like you will always know that if you feel like the burnout is coming in, you can take vacation days, potentially. Do things like this. So, I mean, you decide, right? I mean, that's why I'm here. As I said, I'm the helping designer of Twitch. That's my role here. So if you have any helping needs, comes to me. Or anyone else who wants to do the same thing. But yeah, that's my main thing. That's my main thing. Right. Shannon, I am basically the same. I am basically the same. So, currently, using Control-C on the Mac. Control-C is not Command-C, so I guess on PC it's like Alt-C to get the eyedropper, to check the colors of everything. Because of the grain, it's like a bit fucked up, but it's similar. We are in D territory and then in C territory at the bottom. So we have a bit of a gradient, overall gradient. Yeah, so Scott, that's interesting. Let me break your dreams right now, right away. No, I'm kidding. If that's the thing that you want to do, that's good. But that sounds like not a good idea to me. I think Shannon agrees. Like, Fortune 500's companies are a nightmare for design. It is... How can I even explain that? Yeah, it is not... it's not a good idea. I can't explain why it's a bad idea. But it is a bad idea. Kane, 100 comes from the amount of lightness or darkness you have. So if you are in a material design value and you are at 100, 100 is usually before the first, so it's a very, very, very light color. It's the amount of usually opacity that you use to achieve that color. So let's say you have, let's say you have a color that you like, that you want to have like as a base for a color palette. So you select your color, and the one that we usually go for is like a bright enough but not too bright, and a dark enough but not too dark color, right? So it's right in the middle, right here, in this range, right there. That's where we are. And so what we recommend after that is 5 hues on the left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 hues on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so my center one, which is called the 500, it's the pillar center point. And then all the other ones on the sides, so these ones, will have an overlay of black at a certain amount of opacity, or white, sorry, a certain amount of opacity. So let's do 20, 40, 60, 80, and then we'll just go to 90, which is our 100, which basically revolves to 10%, right? And then the other ones on the other sides have the same thing but with black. So we have a 20 here, 40, 60, 80, and then most of the time we just go to 90. So that way, right, in no time I have created a palette of color that is from dark to light. And so in terms of naming, we have our 500 that is here, which I don't know why, I think it's just because it's black. Let's put that to 20 potentially. Oh, let's put that to 40 potentially. And then right, that's our 400, 300, 200, 100, and then here is our 50, and then on the other side we are our 600, 700, 800, 900, and then we have 1000 from time to time. I don't like them, but right, that's what it means. That is mainly used for material design, and this range of things is really material design based. So that's one way of doing it. With opacities, you can, with overlay of light or dark in opacity, that's one option. Option number 2 is to have everything right in the same way, but these be opacified. So basically you have 90% opacity, 80% opacity, 60% opacity, 40 using the same value, 20 and 10. So that's opacified, and then we have the same thing on the other side, but the difference is, to get that right, we need to have 80. Oh, sorry. Oh, did I make a mistake? I made a mistake. That's good. So 80, 60, 40, 20, and 10. And so it looks weird right now, but the reason why on these sides it should be darker is because you should have under this a dark background instead of a light one. So you base your values on opacity. Seemingly it's very similar, right? You achieve close-ish color palettes. We'll let you see everything. So your 500 is always the center one, or most of the time the center one, and then the 100 is usually a very light one. I don't like going to 50 and 1000, but sometimes they are useful. This one is a pretty cool palette, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I hope that helps a bit. Yeah, Shannon, to go back to the discussion that you had while I was explaining the color thingy, the but is good. I don't know. On my side, I named them 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 because it's better. I don't exactly know why Material Design decided to name 500 as a 500, but I said in my company, I said we have one too many zero, so no need. So we got rid of a lot of zeros, and yeah, I mean, if it's just 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, that's fine, I guess. But it works. I don't exactly know why it's in the hundreds. And Shannon, yes, the agencies and freelance thingy, because you have more freedom. I mean, agency, you have less freedom than freelance, but right, you still have a lot of different things. That's why I recommend agencies first, because it is way more interesting to learn in an agency. And from experience on my side, what I did is I had project of banking in Africa on Monday, Tuesday, and then like Thursday, Friday, I was designing an escape game, a live escape game on your phone for like your house or outside in the city that you live in. And then the next week I worked on something different, and so you have this diversity of things that just give you the ability to learn for like dashboard, banking, games, furnitures that I did, insurance, flight agencies. Like I did a ton of stuff in the span of the years that I was in agencies, and I can't recommend that enough. That's the best thing you can do just to get your knowledge on different topics. So yeah, really recommend that. Go back there. Let's go back there. So I picked the inner color for some reason, and I guess it's fine, but that seems okay. We will have like a layer of outer glow, and then this one is kind of the same thing. I picked the outer one this time, so I guess it could be a radial on this one as well, which is a reversed radial because the top is darker than the bottom because it's like a divot rather than not a divot, right? So that means this being the darker side here and this center being the lighter side, we could have this color maybe right there, picked up right there. I don't like this ID enough. And then this one could be a radial as well, and this radial would be outed like this. This color is basically a very light purple. Interesting. Then we need to go in here, which probably needs to be a bit brighter. That's close. That is close. It's not good. We need a bit of diffusion. So as you can see here, we have a bit of diffusion. It seems to like blend in because it is a fabric layer. At least that's how I understand it. It's like a fabric layer that is pushed in. So because it has a rim, it should have like a bit of a diffusion, distortion of the fabric inside. So here it's a bit sharp, and then at some point you have some sharpness, but it's not exactly sharp. It is just diffused. That's one thing. The other thing that I can see is a rim that is not fabric, but would be. Can I draw that in terms of visual? If I do a crosscut of these thing, you have the rim here, and then you would have something like this that goes around. That's an option. That's true. Then you have the tweeter that is here. But it still seems like this is this type of curve. To me, that's I'm thinking the thing that I did at the top, which, right, I'm thinking this is how it looks. So it has like a bit of a bumped, like the divot is not. That's what I'm seeing with my eyes, and then the two rods at the top is like a circle where the fabric is tucked in. I guess that could potentially work. Don't look at the bottom thing because that's very different. It looks like a panty right now from where I'm sitting, but I'm thinking it could be this shape, right? So it's like tucked in, meaning that that's why I'm seeing this lip right here. And now that I'm seeing this, I can't see anything else, so I might have fucked up something. Or need to exchange a bit of the design that I had in mind, but also I think we're good. Overall, I can fix that. So the base is interesting, and I guess what I need to have is or are effects. So in order to get my effects visible at the same point or the same time, I'll just do that, put that next to it. And so as I said earlier, we have like an there are inner shadows, most of the things. So I can't use a drop shadow because it's a hollow shape. The French took over. It's a hollow shape. So we will go for inner shadows, which currently are doing these ugly dark thingy. And from what I'm seeing, we have like a 1 pixel or 2 pixel maximum for the highlight. There is no blur, and the color of the highlight is the highest color. The lightest color would be this. And so we may have like a not even a 2, we may have like a blur of 1 to just round the edges, and then to have the same one on top, which this one is a 2 pixel for sure. We just need to click on the right side, left side, and then duplicate it, and then change this to a negative value to go on top. And so the top side, however, has a bit of a less light color. It's not a darker shade, but it's a tad bit darker. We could darken it a bit, and it seems to have an highlight inside of this shadow things. So I will just duplicate this one, make a -1, and then take the color of the highlight thing inside right here. So you can potentially see on my side right here how it starts to look a bit bumpy, not exactly good. It looks a bit bumpy. And then from what I'm seeing, there is probably a stroke that is in the outside, right? That would be somehow a 10% opacity or something. But from what I'm seeing, if I'm doing that, it's fucking up with the shadows. So let's not do that. Let's not use this one, let's duplicate this layer and add stroke and no feel on the outside, like 10%. 8%. 8%. Also, this is very sharp, so if I enable the pixelated view, you may see it's a bit closer in terms of looks. It's not quite there yet, but it's pretty close. We still need like this noise texture to go on top of it. So for anyone who is asking themselves how the fuck do I enable pixel view, it's Control P on Mac and I think it's Alt P on PC. And if you don't have, or if Alt P doesn't work, you can still trigger this menu, which is Command P or Command slash or backslash, forward slash, Command forward slash or Control forward slash on PC, and then just type pixel, and you will have show pixel preview, which gives you the same thing, right? So that's interesting. It seems that we really have this edges thingy. I'm thinking about getting rid of the outer shape here. What happens if I do that? It's a bit better. That way it's just on the grill, rather than everything. There is a bit of another diffused highlight. So I will just duplicate this one and take the lowest one to play with. And so here I want to have like a bit more, like a 4-3 diffusion right there, and then in terms of opacity just go down, I don't know, 60 maybe. That gives our slits a bit more 3D feel, at least that's how I'm seeing it. I'm thinking the top might need a bit of a highlight in a way, but also may just be the noise that comes on top of it that will help. So that's interesting. And so here, if I go back to these ones, I will do the same thing, just to not have, should have used the same thing, the same picture. I just want to have that next to it so I can just reference it easily. So from what I'm seeing, we have like a lip that is inside and blurred a bit, so we can easily use that to create that lip shape. So to achieve this, I will use an inner shadow again, and so as you can see, this one is at the top and the one that we need is at the bottom. So instead of 4 pixel in Y, we go to -4 and it reversed it. We can play with the spread a bit to reach the top, meaning that we can get rid of a bit of bottom spacing. I guess -2 is fine. If we go to 4, 2 in spread, that would be enough. And then the amount of blur that we have, we're currently at 0. I'm thinking bumping it to 8 potentially. I'm thinking about phasing it. So what I'm calling phasing it is just duplicating the same inner shadow to reinforce specific parts. So right now I have one at 16 in blur and one at 8, and I will do a third one at 4. with a 16% opacity, and then on top of that you do another one with a -1, which is like lower, and a lower blur count, so that's like 2. At 8 potentially, so you get this nice rim, I'd say. So that's pretty clean. That's pretty clean. It's sharp enough, like we have here. So I'm guessing that's pretty accurate. Unsure. Then my radius on this one might be better to move a bit higher, like here. We can highlight this. That seems okay. There is this texture that I don't think I can achieve easily, unless with a texture, which you can't really have nice textures on Figma, sadly. So we'll see what we do with that. The other thing that I'm seeing is this highlight on that shape here. So this would be another radial with that specific color in the middle and that specific color on the outside with nothing here, and it's just like this and 100%, and it seems to be going higher and darker. So that's interesting. That gives me also a hint that my color at the top of my sphere right here, or dimple type of things, is not exactly right. So we need to have a bit of a gradient on the top section to dim the light that comes to it. So let's see what happens if I bump the opacity of these and I select the right colors. Right, that's a bit better already, and so I can add a bit of another radial, which would be reversed. Same thing, but we make it like way bigger and make it big enough to just take the outside right here. So I'm always taking the inner color to get my highlight, even though it is like 100% or 0% visible in here, but it just blends the color a bit better. So let's put that to 40. That gives us this tiny thing on the side. You can't even see that, right? It's a subtle thing right on the edges, right there. Damn it, clicked on the wrong thing. So yeah, you have this ability right here to just darken that top part. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty clean and close. So let's see. The section at the bottom, right here. I mean, I don't know you, but on my side it looks pretty clean already. This radius right here, we just don't have the drop shadow. I won't even say that it's a drop shadow, but it is a drop shadow. So what I will do is take this highlight thingy, duplicate it, and then move that at the bottom, make it way smaller, and maybe even like move it inside a bit. I think that's pretty clean. So if I get rid of the image in the background, you can see that I forgot something. That's pretty needed. So we need to have the same shape, right, underneath everything. Can get rid of the image now. Redburn, hi, or Redburn, I never know. Welcome on in. Happy to see you here. Thank you for saying hi. Everything is fine, it's just too hot. I'm just too hot. That's what happened. Thanks a lot for stopping by, I appreciate that. Oh shit. That will be difficult to achieve. Alright. Yeah. I mean, not really thous, but yeah. It's probably hotter on your side, for sure. Like, not probable, it is hotter for you, for sure. I mean, do you really think we are? Oh damn, I made a mistake. Do you really think like France is south of Portugal? I don't think so. What are we doing today? We are doing a bit of a thing, which is Assignment Tuesday, where we recreate something that we found on Dribbble, and we said, you know what, that looks pretty neat. And then we look at it and we say, you know what, that was a bad idea. That looks pretty neat, but it's difficult to recreate. And then we cry a bit, and then we're good. That's usually what we do. This thing needs to be a bit darker to get the blend goes in. That seems okay. That seems okay. And so right now, that's what we did. This is our original thing, and that's the duplicate. What do you think? Is it good enough? Is it not good enough? I'm thinking putting these at a square ratio will help to make them closer together, that we can zoom on them a bit better. Right, that seems close. I can't really do the texture. We have these is a bit too spreaded. Oh, it's pretty clean. I'm seeing things on this one, the second subtract thingy right there. We may gain from a linear going from not 0 but almost 0, so somewhere around 8% to somewhere around 24%, and then the entire thing being at 100. Like, it will just darken through the thing. Oh, I am in Paris, so I'm in the north. The north part. But yeah, everything that is like south of the region called center is indeed south. Where I grew up, it was kind of south. So yeah, next to the sea. Which is basically the same sea that you have. I mean, almost. There's this lip thingy that I don't like. Like, it's a 2 highlight and a 1, meaning that the outer one needs to be a 3, and I don't like the idea of making it 3. But I guess we have no choice. Right, it's a -3. That darken everything, and then this one is a -2. Yeah. That seems better already. Details, small details. I'm also seeing a bit of a halo effect on that shape right there. So we may potentially do an addition of a radial on the outside, and then bring it like way out. So the goal is just to darken, like a vignette effect, right? On Instagram, vignette effect right there, just to darken the corners. Not a lot. Eight seems okay. I'm kind of happy with that. Kind of happy with this one. We may add a bit of a layer blur at like 1 pixel on that, just to blur the edges. Right, that makes the transition a bit more smooth. Smooth transition. I guess. I'm looking at the other screen just to see. I guess we're good. I guess we're good. That took us not too long. Not too long. Yeah, happy with that. There is still a thing that I don't see. Like I feel like there is a color that I can't achieve, and I'm guessing the base of this is just noise that I didn't add to the element, so we can easily just add a bit of noise. And so that's the noise plugin, always useful and helpful when you need that. And so the way that you add it is either you go to overlay, and it's just overlap on the things that are not white, which makes a lot of sense, and then you just have to lower the opacity to something that seems okay. Still display the texture without destroying everything, so you get a bit of a grainy thing here and there, usually on the darker spots, but right, this one seems to have a bit more, so it may not be in overlay, it may be in something a bit different. So screen could be a thing as well, but it also doesn't really work. Soft light, hard light, way harder, darken, no good, multiply, no good. I guess overlay is okay. So yeah, so that's, as always, it's the assignments for today, or for this week. You get a week to do it, and then I really recommend you to post it in the Discord. If you haven't joined yet, please join the Discord. It will be highly appreciated. If you are here and enjoy the stream, please click the follow button so that you have these things that moves. And yeah, I like what we achieved here. It's not exactly the same. We have a bit of a difference in colors, specifically in the inner sides. But when I'm looking at the other screens, which are the stream screens, what I'm seeing is I'm darker on the top spot, and darker in the overall inner section. But it still looks pretty cool. I'm thinking about something, but that wouldn't work. It may work. I have an idea. I need to duplicate. We need duplicate to see how that could work, potentially. So, have a good rest of your day. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I appreciate it. So if I were to do that, and then command option O, and press enter. No, I can't do that. Interesting. Can I? That would be annoying. That works. Will do. So what I'm thinking about right now is this. I don't even know if it is an option. Okay, it is an option. So let's get rid of that line right here. However, if I use that, I hope it still works. Can I still move them? I can still move them. Okay. So I'm thinking about adding a point at the middle of each slits to give it, in the end, a bit of a 3D feel. So bumping the thing and distorting a tad bit the center to get this raised effect. I don't know if I can achieve that easily, but that could be a neat addition to the slits, and it just requires us to add points to all of these slits. So you just take everything, and I guess this one would be the last one, right? So you do 1, damn it, welcome back, 2, 3. I need to enable the counter, the time counter, which I think is pretty fun, but I have not yet had the understanding on how that fucking thing is working to make sure that it counts the time in between you typing lurk and then you typing unlurk or whatever else in chat. Okay, so we have these, and then when we take those, we add radius. Doesn't seem to help, but it does. But it doesn't. Yeah, no, I know.
Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
I know we can. I just don't know how. That's the thing. I mean, I'm too dumb to do the math thingy. This is a slitted thing. Really angry hedgehog. Then we have this, that is my highlight. Darker things. It's just, I just tried to create like this opening. I guess the center ones are a tad too much, so I will just bring them back.
What?
Indeed. You're the first who used the knocking. Aiden, you had the same thing. You said the same thing yesterday. How does your brain work? You said MoonPay doesn't work. And now today you're saying MoonPay doesn't work. Yes, you said that yesterday. Aiden, not Aiden, Scott. It's fine. I feel like it's too sharp because the points are not spreaded enough, but also some of them are very skinny in some
To
of them
instill
are
as
not.
much fear as I can, as if basting a turkey, which I will then proceed to have sex with. That's right, I'm going to fuck the fear turkey.
You like this one? I guess you did that one yesterday. It's a good one. I agree. I can't deny that. I'm guessing doing this would help a bit. Not too much, but a bit. Damn. Right, it's a more flexible thing. Like it looks like it's closer to you, and by doing so, the thing that I need to have is this on top of it with this as an effect, so we can get rid of these ones. That way we have this slit types of things, and then by doing so we can also have a bit of a highlight that we can add on top of it. So it's, instead of being black as a base, we put it white as a base, and we make it a radial gradient coming from here, and can highlight that and maybe move that center circle above. That way we have a bit of a highlight, right? We got regular, original, center, duplicate, third one, weird shit, 3D effect, I don't know how to call it, like distortion. That would mean in my drawing, instead of having a flat grid on top, we have like a, damn it, have like this on top. Can you please focus on that shit, not my hair? Yeah, you have like a bit of a bent convex grid profile overall. Music is fine. Let's add that to Discord. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's fine. It's not great. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, that's me being live. That's what pinged me. But yeah, I guess that's most of it. Kane, are you still here? Will you do this one? Yeah, so it's like with these shapes, I kind of need to have like the outside to be also splitted a tad, like here and here. They need to stay, but they don't. Like so, basically, either this or I keep them in and just I do that rather. You convectize the thing. Such a subtle thing. I don't even think you can see. Yeah, no, it's so subtle. You can't see that detail. You wouldn't be able to see that. Remember also this icon that as it has been designed is meant to be used in a phone at an icon size, so each small details on the outside wouldn't be visible ever. So where is it? I don't have it. That's my face. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for the assignment. And unless you have question for me, yeah. In terms of creation, I should have used or created a component for the slits. Because by doing a component for the slits, I would have had the ability to easily update everything on the darker line, and also at the same time on the bends. But technically speaking, we're good. We are good. I don't understand that. I don't understand how Figma is behaving this way now. It's fine. It is fine. You're okay with it. Right. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So, let me check. Obviously the wrong button. That scared me. Scared me for a second and a half. So yeah, simple assignments. Everyone is fucking watching the Embers things, which I don't give a shit. Good. Do that. Christian's on Overwatch, Bale's on Overwatch. X is just chatting, which makes sense. Ninja is on Fortnite, which makes sense as well. I'm guessing which one is she working on? Oh, she's... yeah. Nah. I guess we'll go break someone's live stream. Right? That's what we will do. A tiny ones, because we can. And yeah, she's doing Wordle. Scott, if you're still doing the Wordle thingy, you might enjoy this one. But yeah, we are raiding Pot. As always, it's Tuesday. So, as a reminder, this is the assignment for this week. You have 1 week to post it in the Discord, and show me what you can do. That's the goal. Because this is the end of the stream, if you enjoy your stay, please click the follow button. As always, I don't need subs, but I do need the follow if you enjoy. That's kind of mandatory. If you are a subs, however, this is the raid message for the subs. If you are not a subs, this is the raid message for the non-subs. This shiny sparkle was nicely placed. And what do you mean? Oh. I don't know. Something happened. I don't know if the raid will go through. But yeah. Let's see, does that work? That still seems to work. I guess. I'm running out of time. So enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you all soon. Bye.